Yes, ma'am.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Mindset Playground, where you're going to get your daily dose of positivity. And I'm your host, LouAnne Hunt. And I am doing something that is so much fun this week. I am at this event called Podapalooza. And I got to tell you, this is my first time at this event, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Picture yourself walking into a room with, say, 200 strangers. When you walk up to the first person, what are your set of questions that you're going to ask them? Because people expect that you're going to have something to talk to them about. And this is a great way to meet some people. So I'm really enjoying it. So let me get started. So for today, I have a wonderful guest, and I'm going to ask her, welcome, by the way. So for
Thank you.
those meeting you for the very first time, who are you and what lights you up in the work that you do?
And by the way, we don't know what questions anybody going to be asking. And that's a special twist because there's nothing pre-recorded or nothing pre-managed. So that's why I appreciate that spontaneity. And I'm looking forward to meet you as you meet me. My name is Olga Alexeeva, and I'm from Russia originally, but I live in Nashville, Tennessee for 35 years, since 1991, if it says something to you.
Well, that's exciting because I've been to Nashville myself a couple of times and I love Nashville. And I haven't been to Russia, but I'm sure it is amazing. And I'm excited because you're right. These questions are not pre planned, they're not pre canned. This is just you and I meeting for the first time, having a wonderful conversation. And I love nothing more. So let's get started. What's a hard lesson that turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to you?
So that question I did not expect, like anything that you're going to ask me later. But throughout my life, I noticed then you have to literally hit the wall before you change your direction. And when you are, or I am, or I was in a situation when everything looked gloomy, bad, but when you look at that situation later on in your life, you say, that was the best what happened to you because, and I'm going to give you the example. I came here in 91. I used to be a stage actress in Russia. And when I came here, I did not speak English. I had my 10 years old son, elderly mother, and I started from scratch. You might ask me why you left Russia and why la 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 la. I wrote the book From Russia to America. Duh. And you can grab it on Amazon and find out why I did that. And you find out many more interesting facts of my life in USSR, my growing up as a girl, our habits, because that time, 60s to 90s, nobody knew what was the life because we were behind the iron wall. And if somebody's in like in a history or something in a curiosity, that would be a good read. From Russia to America, Amazon. And going back to your question, every time I'm hitting the wall with any of my events, I know this is for my good. I know there is something gonna be opening because if one door's closed, another door will be open. And sometimes we are so stubborn We don't read the signs or signals that life is sending us, and we only recognizing a big shake, like a boom. If I would listen my small talks before, I might avoid the boom, but we've been busy. Everybody's so hairy and the life is so busy. And we just don't pay attention unless boom. Okay, now I know what it means. Okay, now I know. Okay, so let me see around where I'm going now. And so you just kind of just swim on that current, a new current, and where you're going to end up? That is the wonder of our life. It's a playground. It's a playground with LouAnne Hunt.
Yes, well, that's a great answer. So, how about this? What's something most people get completely wrong about success, happiness, or fulfillment? What do you think that is?
You just encompassed my life story. My life story. Well, let me just give you a little bit, and especially for our listeners, a little bit, just a scoop of my life. So when I came here in 91, I started to clean up McDonald's tables, and then I started to paint, and then I painted so much. I opened a gallery, then another gallery, then I opened a studio, and I was a gallery owner for 16 years up to the COVID. Boom. Many people were boom in that time. And I lost myself. I thought, well, I don't see any exit. And it took me a couple years, literally, to in a dark room without any direction. But I am very thankful that I found that little light that said, go there. I wrote the book. I became a coach. I became a speaker because I found out that my struggles, my personal development, my personal transformation could be a medicine to somebody else. And I could be useful for humanity at large. And that purpose gave me air, gave me wings, gave me that energy and spark that I thought, this is my next chapter of my life. And that was the truth. And so say again your question for me to kind of follow that exactly.
That's okay. What's something that most people get completely wrong about success?
Perfect. And let's just talk not about people. Let's talk about women.
Okay.
Let's talk about women. Because now in our time, women are playing a humongous role in economy. They're building businesses. They're building empires. They're very successful. But women in our time forget to be a woman. They're running as a man. They're using men's tools. But our psyche is female. And when I, as a woman who built a successful gallery, a successful business, I found myself lonely. And I figured out that while I was building success, I was also building an armor around my heart. I built invisible fence of I'm successful. I am self-sufficient. I don't need anybody. I can do it. And especially when society is very much praising women's success. But that success is actually built on men, masculine energy, because feminine energy is totally different. It's like a river. We're accepting, we're creating, we're nurturing, we're connecting. But for the success, it needs to be straightforward, masculine. And if woman stays strong for too long and building the muscles for too long, her femininity is shut down. Relationship crumbles, relationship with kids crumbles. She feels the some void inside and she might not understand why. Because society again saying, hey, you're great. But at 3 o'clock in the morning, when she's looking at the ceiling and say, what's wrong with me? I have everything. I have my husband next to me. I have my kids, my house, my money. Void. Because your soul is asking, let me out. Uncover. Stop pressing me. That's when I found out about me. And I thought, that is the message for many women who might not even figure out why. But now I know why. And the best part, I know how to get out of it, how to integrate together success and intimacy and your achievement and your femininity and not to lose anything. The most important, you have your success, but you become a wise woman and to know how to maneuver. So that's why I created a program from gray to glow. From gray, when you have everything, checked all the boxes, but you kind of feel like a flat rat, gray, and you kind of lost that spark that, in the morning, you're just looking forward for the day, or you say, I have to do it because everybody rely on me. And you give yourself to somebody. You don't even have time to give something to yourself. And I'm teaching how to stop and get another route. Because when we get to the 50s, 60s, some women might think, oh, it's too late to start. As a matter of fact, I started to paint when I was 50. So, yes. And what I want to say, I strongly believe that from 50, it starts the best part of our life. When we don't have any responsibility for kids and so, it's my time. And by the way, I have quite a few, even free events, master classes on my website, where one of them is me time ceremony, especially for women who never have a time for themselves. I said, stop it. Leave everything behind the door. That's you. Love yourself. And I'm teaching them to change their mind and that they change your life and you get everything from life without carrying that old story that your value is justified by helping others only.
Wow. And what is your website?
The ultraverity.com. Ultra Verity. You might ask what's the Verity stands for. Verity is a Latin word, stands for ultimate truth. Ultra Verity. Remember that veritas, truth. Because in that time of my life, I decided to stop pretending. Stop pretending that I am successful. Stop pretending that I have no problem. My vulnerability became my one of my most admired quality. I am not saying sorry for my mistakes or something. I said, I'm human. I must make mistakes because I have a chance to change it. Mm-hmm. And so saying that, ultraverity.com has my, let's say, like my hub. with the classes, I'm teaching people how to speak better in front of mic, because I am professionally trained to be on stage. I can help you to express your soul, and I can help you to get from gray to glow, because I have this creative experience, my 40 years of creation, and I know how to fill up that thirsty left brain with the creativity. And I am so excited about that, because I know that women have a great success and they get better relationship. They aging slower, because stress that combines with success, it's just aging is so fast because you're using that masculine energy. When you change, you're just like, and you become a glowing queen. How about that?
I
And
love that.
I invite everybody to check my events. And if you want to talk about your situation, like because I believe that woman is a river, and masculine energy is like a mountain. But everybody have to have both. Because if you're just a river, you cannot get done. If you're only mountain, uh, goodbye to your love. You're just like like a hammer. How to put it together? How to wisely merge it? How to be soft, like a cashmere? See, I swear the cashmere. So, how to be a cashmere outside and strong to have your boundaries, to have your stand inside, and that's what I'm teaching. And I have this program. I'm so excited about that. So just to check that and call chatwitholga.com. Just book the call. We talk and see where you at. Are you mountain, river, and what's the ratio? And I will see how I can help you to get you out of that labyrinth of life. Because, many women, and that's go to your first question, put a lot of their lives, not necessarily on hold, but they say, I do it later. Later when? Later when, honey?
Yeah.
Because tomorrow is not promised. Later
True.
when?
Very true.
So people think, if you're 20 and, I remember me in my 20s, I thought that's death. No, I'm going to live forever. It's just, but when we get wiser, we understand that our greatness, our gratefulness for life's gifts and wonders is keeping us young, keep us alive. And but that has to be taught, and it could be learned. Yeah. I'm working with a lot of blocks that women have, not only women, everybody, but women especially, because they feel they obligated to take care of everybody, and they justify their value by amount of work. If they just go into bed exhausted, they feel good. I'm exhausted. I took care of all my neighborhood, all my relatives and everybody, whoever is calling me, I'm picking up a phone. I'm such a good girl. I'm so good. Darling, stop. Stop. Do you remember, if you go into the airplane, what the stewardess said? Put your safety jacket on you first,
Right.
and then to your children, because you are the center of that story. If you break up, the story breaks up. And I did not know about it for too long, because society and our parents always, especially my parents, I don't want to just put to everybody, but even my parents, they said, hey, take care of that. And, feed everybody. Whatever left over, you eat. You're going to be fine. And I got that survival message under my brain, in my brain, in my DNA. And it took me so long to break that stronghold. So that's why, if I would know that coaches, it's actually can change your life, I would have it much sooner. But now I know that the leading hand can help you to get out of labyrinth of your wrong stories faster.
Right.
And the time is the currency. We don't have much. So faster, sooner, it is a key point. If I can be better faster, priceless.
You're right. Absolutely priceless. So, Olga, I appreciate you so much. I'm so glad that you came to talk with us today. And I'm looking forward to following up and possibly having you again on the Mindset Playground if you were interested in coming to play with
I am
me.
very much interested, absolutely, because your audience who who are already advanced, your audience is not mediocre audience. Because first of all, mediocre audience is not listening a podcast. Mediocre
Absolutely.
audience listening the damn news. And so, so that's why I appreciate your audience, every lady who is listening to me. I'm looking forward to get to know you.
Yes, and I will put all of the information about you and how to contact you in the description below this show. So thank you for taking the time to stop by today and play with me on the playground, Olga.
Thank you so much. I enjoy it a lot.